All right, so he frequently likes to grab things and kind of shove them at you, play tug of war with me, play with me.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's not pesty, really pesty, but can be.
Okay, does he ever like nudge you with his nose or put his paw up on you like that?
Yeah, he'll put his favorite thing to do is put his head on something, your knee or on a couch or something like that, almost to look like
pet me,
yeah.
Play with me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I consider petting a dog our way of paying the dog.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I see with a lot of my clients is they let the dog tell them what to do.
Yeah, like I just did.
Yes. And so if that's the case, if the dog tells you play with me and you do, not that playing is a bad thing, I mean, it's a good thing, it's a healthy thing, but it's how it occurs. If the dog tells you what to do and you validate it by doing it, then you're telling the dog, well, you're telling the dog you have enough authority to tell me what to do and I'll validate it by doing it.
Yeah.
And so that can create some confusion for the dog because you're acting like a follower to the dog and you're putting the dog in more of a leadership position. So for me, I didn't want the dog jumping up or initiating, so I made a sound to disagree. Sit. Sit. So I always ask a dog, if a dog demands by nudging or pawing at me attention, I might want to get, the decision is mine whether I'm going to give attention or not. And I try to whenever I possibly can. But what I do is I ask the dog to do something for me first, to change its state. So I ask it to sit, to lie down, or to come to me. And then when it does that, then I pet it for compliance.
Right.
So otherwise, if we're petting him when he wants, it would be like having a job where your boss is like, hey, from now on, you tell me when it's time to pay me.
Yeah.
Pay you. Okay, you just paid me, but it's time to pay me again? Okay, here you go. You would be a very good employee because you'd be going in and getting paid every 5 minutes. So what I'd suggest you do right now is tell him to SIT.
Sit.
Say it like you mean it. There you go. All right, pet him under his chin. Cool. And a lot of people like to say good boy. We say good boy when the dog sits, when it comes, when it lies down, when it just looks good, when it eats its food. It means everything. So basically, it means nothing. So now there's nothing wrong with talking to your dog. Some people, we have a crappy day. We come home and you can believe that woman cut me off. You can believe the TPS reports were done wrong and I lost my data or whatever it is. That's good and that's a healthy thing for us to do. This is different. In this situation, when the dog asks you to do something, give it a counter order. And then as soon as it does it, I just repeat the command word. I don't say good boy or what a good dog. That's the time I don't want to talk. I just want to say sit for sitting. Whatever the command is for lie down, whatever the command for recall. We're going to talk about personal space. This is another little issue that we're going to talk about here in a separate video. So there's two ways to do it. I call this passive training, where basically when the dog does something on its own, like let's say that Riptide just comes over and sits in front of you. You didn't ask him to, but if we reach over and we pet him and we say the word sit, it reinforces it. Now, I understand he already knows what sit is. Now, pet him under his chin and say sit.
Sit.
Now, I like to scratch just right here. And I like to do that for two reasons. Number one, when a dog is proud about what it's done, its nose is elevated, parallel to the ground or elevated like it is now. When we pet them on top of the head, a lot of times they have a tendency to put their head down. When we pet them under their chin, we facilitate that good body mechanic. And I want them to feel good about the things that we want. I call these desired behaviors. So just simply reinforcing. I know he knows how to sit, but just like any other skill set, the more that we do it, the better they get at it. As a biologist, you're familiar with the myelin sheath, right? Okay, so dogs have that as well. So the more that we practice something, the better, the faster the neuron skips, the distance and the signal travels faster, dog's able to do it better. So the more often that you do that, eventually instead of the dog getting a toy and coming and shoving it at you or pawing at you, the dog comes and sits in front of you and says, look, I'm sitting, shouldn't you be paying attention to me?
Yeah.
So that's why once we make that transition, I want to reach over and pet it and say sit, and then scratch it under its chin.
Okay, gotcha.
That's petting with a purpose. It is probably the easiest thing you can do that will have the biggest payoff for your dog. It'll take you about a week to get used to it. What I'd suggest you do is come up with a watchword. I usually recommend paycheck. So if you hear paycheck, you immediately stop petting the dog. It's because your partner is telling you, hey, I saw the dog come over and demand attention, and you didn't ask the dog to do something. Now, if he's already sitting, ask him to lie down. Or if he's sitting here, ask him to come and sit over here. So he just has to change his state to get attention from you.